you're in your 40s and you're looking for fabulous living, this channel is for you. Welcome back to our channel where we make 40 fabulous and we start living like we've never lived. All right, let's go right into it. Today we're going to be talking about falling back in love with ourselves. This is real woman talk for us in our 40s. If you've never been to my channel, welcome to this channel. This is where we take a journey into our 40s and we just embrace our life and living like never before. Today I want to talk about how to fall back in love with yourself after 40. Real healing for women. A lot of us, and I'll be honest with you, being on social media every now and again, I've seen people, especially, I'm not trying to stereotype, but I've seen guys who are basically talking down to women in their 40s, telling them that they're used goods, nobody wants you. The list is endless. And I'll be honest with you, whenever I see comments like that, I take that opportunity to educate that person that just because you do not want a woman in her 40s, or just because you are not ready for a mature woman who's educated and who has done life and knows where she's going, does not mean that we're a bad breed. And this is where my heart's coming from with this. And this is the drive behind this channel, is standing up for women in our 40s. I'm in my 40s. I'm living my best life now. But I'll be honest with you, one of the things I've noticed is people outside of us are trying to shrink us down and make us not enjoy the life that we have and that we've lived this long to have. So today I'm going to be talking about how to fall back in love with yourselves, especially in our 40s. And this is where the real healing comes as women in our 40s. So we're in a stage, we don't have to earn love. A lot of us have been in relationships. A lot of us are mothers. I'm a grandma, where I've been in the relationship world and I know enough to know what I want and what I don't want. I know enough to know what brings me peace and what does not bring me peace. Some relationships are there and they take you down and take your peace with. That's not a relationship worthy to be. And a lot of us in our 40s have just chosen not to be in relationships that steal our peace. And sometimes society wants to ostracize us for it, and that's not okay. And this is the channel where we take our power back and we say we choose peace, and that's okay. And we don't have to justify that to anybody. So I'm going to be talking about 5 points about how we're going to fall back in love with ourselves. And every now and again, I'll look at my bullet points. But the first point I want to talk about is the life changes can make us forget us, right? So a lot has happened in our lives from the time during our raising our children to now we're in our 40s, career, relationships, family, extended family, that we may have forgotten ourselves, right? We may have forgotten ourselves to heartbreak. We may have forgotten ourselves to loss. We may have forgotten ourselves to starting over. The list is endless. But one of the things is what we want to do is we should not forget who we are. We should not lose our identity in everything that we've been through. So it doesn't matter what fire you've been through, what roses you've been through, because we've been through. Sometimes even those roses take people away from themselves. You know, some people can be in relationships where they're into people pleasing that you forget about yourself. One of the anchor things is we should never lose our identity in everything that we've been through or that we are doing. So you have to come to this moment where you ask yourself, who am I? Who is Melody, right? I'm Melody. Who am I in all this? And one of the best exercises to do that is to take inventory of who you know you innately are, and then to assess that with where your life is. And that's the beginning of your truth. If you've gone so far away from who you know you are, this time is the time for you to reclaim who you are in your 40s. A lot of us are creative people. A lot of us are outgoing people. A lot of us are private people. A lot of us have stopped the hobbies and the things that we wanted to do. This is the time where you pick those things back up, and one at a time, you begin to reclaim the pieces of who you are as we're on this journey to rediscovering who we are and moving forward. This is the time where we rediscover who we are. We pick up those pieces. We begin to rebuild, and we move into our 40s, into our 50s, and into our 60s, understanding who we are and living the best life we can live. The second thing is we want to understand that loving yourself is not vain. right? Society wants to make us feel like loving ourselves is vain, especially in our 40s, where we want to take care of ourselves, where we want our quiet time, where we want our siestas, our restorative sleep. And people sometimes want to vilify us for that. But self-love is not vanity. Self-love is actually vital. Self-love is vital. Why is it vital? We spend so much time in our 20s and our 30s giving off every single virtue that we had that sometimes we did not even have time to love ourselves. So now that we are in our 40s, this is the time to reclaim the pieces of loving ourselves and loving ourselves wholeheartedly. And even the Bible talks about guard in your heart, because out of your heart flows the abundance of everything we have. So imagine if we begin to love ourselves more in our 40s, we'll be able to pour more into the people around us and into our own selves, first of all. And even with that, we develop a full cup that we can pour out of to the people around us. And the third thing is we need to positivity, right? And I'm not talking about positivity as in a empty type of way of just affirmations and declarations, but making sure that you filter the circle that's around you, shutting the door to negativity, any form of negativity, be it family, be it friends, work, whatever it is. I'll be honest with you, I've even changed careers just based on shutting the door to negativity or anything that does not serve me. We have to hyper protect our environment in our 40s, and one of the biggest things is shutting the door to any forms of negativity or any doors of negativity. With that, as you close the doors of negativity, it is important that you create a space of positive reinforcement. So declarations is my thing. Prayer is my things, where I pour into myself. Other people call them affirmations. Reading scripture, declaring scripture upon my life and myself, upon everything I do. These are all methods in which I harness positivity in my space, and I shut the door to negativity. If you're a Christ follower, it's not a bad idea to even seek deliverance, right? I am a firm believer. I am a 100% Jesus girl, and I believe in deliverance. Sometimes we need deliverance in order to shake off some of those foundational things that we've not been able to shake off, so that we can live our best life like never before. So it's important that you create an environment that shuts the door to any negativity and fosters an environment of positivity. So that's the next point. And then the last point is, this is big, forgiveness, guys. You have to forgive the old version of yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you wish you had done different in your 20s. Forgiveness is the last point. Forgive yourself for the things that you wish you had done different in your 20s and your 30s. And embrace the things that you're doing today. Forgive yourself. Cut yourself a break. Cut yourself a break for all the things that you feel guilty about. Even Christ forgives you. So by forgiving yourself, you're able to forgive others, right? But be the first person to embrace forgiving yourself. Give yourself grace. Speak life into yourself. Love yourself like never before. So I hope that this today episode for all my 40s, and I'll even go a step further, not just 40s ladies, but even the 40s men, for us that are going into this mature space, this beautiful space. I hope that this video today helped you to be able to understand the importance of falling back in love with yourself, the importance of you embracing this new space unapologetically. So until next time, have an amazing rest of your day. And please don't forget to subscribe and like. Take care. Bye.